The Oak Ridge Schools Technology Department has a new ORS support portal for submitting work requests related to building and classroom technology. It is important to note that this replaces the work order system and submit by email features used in previous years. The ORS support portal can be accessed via web browser at support.ortn.edu. When you're prompted to log in, provide your Oak Ridge Schools username and password. Logging in brings you to the service catalog. This is the site you will use to submit all technology incident requests, so it's a good idea to mark it as a favorite. The service catalog will contain several different types of incident requests. The incident request will replace work orders of the previous system. Each of these incident request tiles links to a different type of incident request form. We'll talk about the different request types later. For now, let's take a look at how to submit an incident request. In many cases, you will be submitting a request for help with something in your own work area. So for that reason, I'm going to start by clicking on Incident for Me. There are several fields to complete. The ones marked with an asterisk are required. The first area provides space for a short description. For this example, I'll create an incident request for a sound problem. Next is space for more detailed notes about the incident. In here we'll put some details on the technology being used and any other details about the incident. Then a drop-down menu to select your building. It is important that you select the right building to ensure the best response time. Providing your 4-digit ORS phone extension will make it easier to contact you. Lastly, there is a drop-down to provide a planning period. If you need to attach files related to the incident, browse to the file you'd like to attach. Hitting Submit will complete your request, and it will be placed in queue to be worked by an analyst. You'll receive an email with the details of your request and your incident request number. In this section, we'll show you how to edit and check the status of an incident request. I've logged into the support portal, and here we are at the service catalog. You can get to your requests by clicking the toolbar item directly below the service catalog. This section shows all active requests. These can also be sorted using the drop-down menu. The My Requests section will also allow you to view resolved and closed requests. There is also a keyword search function located near the top. If you select a request, the details display on the right-hand side. Here we see the details of the original request, the date and time of the last update, and any items added to the action log. The action log contains all of the activity related to your request. We can view the contents of the action log items by clicking the arrow to the left of each entry. We can also update your request in this area by adding text and additional files. Clicking Update will finalize these additions. You can also cancel an active request at any time by clicking the Cancel Request button. Cancellation requires a comment before clicking Submit. From there, the request is removed from your active request list. Next, we will explore some of the tiles and functionality of the Support Portal Service Catalog. The service catalog contains several tiles for a variety of different request types. Previously, we discussed the Incident for Me request type. Now let's take a look at creating a request for someone else. This could be useful if a coworker is unable to submit a request of their own. This form will be very similar to the For Me request type, except at the beginning we will select a different person's name. I will start by clicking Refresh to populate a current name list. From here, I can use the search feature to narrow my selection by entering a first, last, or username. I'll enter a last name to find my target. Once you find the person in the list, click the radio button on the left to select it. Next, we will fill out the remaining form fields and click Submit. As before, you will receive an email notifying you of the request. The request will initially be placed in your incident list and later moved by the support portal to the targeted users list. Let's look at some of the other request types. Starting in the service catalog, I'll click on Printer Problem. This is to be used for network-related printing incidents. Once the form opens, select your building from the drop-down menu and then click Refresh to populate a list of district printers. We can use the search feature to narrow the results. In this case, I will select a printer from the high school. Note, printers will usually start with a 2-character building abbreviation, HS for high school. Once you find your printer on the list, check the box to the left of it, complete the remaining fields, and click Submit. Next, let's look at the last 3 basic request types. These all contain variations on the information fields we've discussed. First, the picture change request. If you would like to change the picture associated with your account, you can upload a new image here and then click Submit. The ITC support request creates a request for your information technology coach. Lastly, use Technology Purchase Request for any new technology you would like to purchase. The support portal will create a favorites list of any of the catalog tiles. You can add request types to favorites by opening the form and clicking the heart-shaped radio button at the top. When you return to the service catalog, a new favorite section will appear on the left-hand side. The ORS support portal contains a library of help topics to help all users with commonly encountered issues. These articles provide detailed information on a variety of technology-related topics. Each of these tiles represents a different topic and can be opened with a mouse click. The default tiles shown here are some commonly used topics. To see all available topics, click inside the keyword search box and hit Enter on your keyboard. Now we see a list of all available topics. As with the service catalog, you can add a topic to favorites by opening the article and clicking the heart-shaped radio button at the top. This help section is updated frequently by the technology department. Thank you for watching the ORS Support Portal overview. For more information, contact the analyst in your location.